being recorded. Okay. My name is Jon Frater. I have a short story titled Hazards in Navigation, which appeared in Tales from the Canyons of the Dams, I think issue 13 or 14. It's included in Omnibus number 5, which is still for sale on Amazon. So excellent books, excellent stories, excellent publishers. There we go. Take a good look, my dear. We won't get another chance at this. It was almost like a camping trip. They left their house an hour ago and driven to this spot off a country road just to watch the big event. No trees, no lights, just the two of them. Emma pulled the blankets close around her to ward off the January chill. The hood of Sam's pickup didn't make the most comfortable way to watch the night sky, but they'd been blessed with clear weather. Almost no clouds, and luckily no wind either. Just the full moon beaming its face down at them. How much longer? She moaned. My fingers are turning blue. He checked his watch. It should be soon. Midnight. Assuming they mark time the way we do. Midnight is what the observatory geeks told us. I assume they'd know. It's their job. Right. He opened the thermos, poured a few ounces of hot coffee into a plastic cup, offered it to her, then poured another one for himself. You think they'll still have jobs after tonight? She snorted. Well, why not? The stars are still there, and we know a lot more about them now. I guess. Sam gulped his coffee, wincing at the heat, then settled against the windshield. What if there were no moon? He asked. What then? Emma drew her legs up, sitting cross-legged. Well, no tides for one thing. Darker night skies for another. How about earthquakes? We'd still get those, right? Sure, but the moon doesn't really influence earthquakes. She paused to think. Now, if it suddenly vanished, then you get earthquakes. Big ones. Tidal waves, too. Well, what do the werewolves do? She punched him in the arm. No moon, no werewolves. Duh. He peered through the binoculars he'd packed as they left the house. Sharp lines cut across the lunar face, barely visible once he focused. I can't see the crater. Check the north quadrant, just above the crater Plato, close to the North Pole. Sam followed her instructions. Not a thing. We need a proper telescope to see that. The breeze picked up. She snugged closer to him as he let the lenses fall against his chest and put his arm around her, bringing her in. It'll be weird not seeing a moon. It would. There's nothing in the solar system quite like it. We're not even sure where the damn thing came from. I like to think we wouldn't miss it. But we would, Sam nodded. You miss anything that suddenly isn't there. Hell, people freak out all over when their cell phones run out of juice. Forget PCs or laptops. Oh my God, when the electricity or plumbing quits? She sighed. Yeah, there'd be a panic. We'd go crazy for a while. But we'd get used to it. We get used to anything. War, disease, famines, crushing poverty. He checked his watch again. 5 minutes to go. I'm really burned we can't see the crater from here. Come on. Even if you could, the wreck is long gone. We had to return it. They were very specific about that. You think we should listen on the radio? President should be on by now. You can listen if you want. I don't care. Sam rolled off the hood of the truck and turned the key. The engines rumbled to life. He figured Emma would appreciate a warm hood. He turned the radio on and found the station. POTUS was indeed on the air. The moon. It's a hazard. It really is. The biggest hazard of life we've ever seen. You know the dinosaurs? Asteroids got them. A big one. But big as that was, the moon is a billion times bigger. That's billion with a B. I made a deal with our nearest neighbors to do something about it, because I'm a deal maker. That's what I do. And when the Varani scout ship crashed, we were shocked and terrified. But then their diplomats contacted us and said, America, your moon is a hazard to space navigation. I said, fine, let's do something about it. And they will, because I made that deal with them. Very nice people, the Varani. Sam chirped the knob, killing the voice. I think we've heard about enough of that. Emma pointed upwards. There, she squealed. It's starting. They couldn't see the Varani ships despite their size. A glint of reflected sunlight was all that Sam found through the binoculars. But the beams they projected were brighter than the sun, lancing out from lunar orbit, searing the surface of the massive satellite to glass, then pulverizing the surface. As they watched, the surface of the moon faded, blurred to a silver-gray cloud. Emma frowned. You know, we might get a ring out of this. It depends on how much material is left when they're done. Well, a ring would be cool, right? She snorted. It'd be different, but I don't think it would capture the imagination of future generations. They stayed and watched. The cloud grew in size, fuzzing at the edges like a fantastic fairy ring. But the fairies were working in ships a mile long and from a distant solar system. Despite the president's broadcast words, there was no deal to be made. The Varani had lost a ship and demanded corrective action. The big men who ran the world took no time to recognize the visitors could evaporate the surface of the Earth as easily as they were now doing to its satellite. A shot rang out, then two. Down the road, headlights appeared in a column. Emma rolled off the truck's hood and joined Sam in the cab. "We should go back," she said. He nodded. "Yeah, people are going to go crazy." And thank you for listening.